Hello, my friend. Welcome back to JBC English Learning Academy, the place where your English grows, one story at a time. Today, listen to my voice in your mind as you read these words. Imagine that I am sitting with you, like a friendly English coach, speaking slowly, clearly, and softly. Welcome to JBC English Learning Academy. Today, you and I will take a long, calm, beautiful journey together. This journey will help you speak English with more confidence, more comfort, and more flow. You do not need to feel pressure. You do not need to feel fear. You only need to stay with me, step by step. Today is your day. Today is your moment. And this is your new beginning. I want you to take a deep breath, very slowly, and just relax. Because English becomes easy when your mind becomes calm. You see, many learners think English fluency is about big grammar rules, long vocabulary lists, or speaking fast. But real fluency is not like that. Real fluency begins with something very small, something very soft, something very simple. Real fluency begins inside your mind. And this is why, right now, at the very start of our masterclass, I want you to imagine that there is a door in front of you. A simple wooden door. Nothing fancy. But this door is special. Because behind this door, your new English life is waiting. Behind this door, there is a version of you who speaks English clearly, naturally, and with confidence. Behind this door, you speak English without fear, without stress, without confusion. Behind this door, every sentence feels easy and every word feels comfortable. So I want you to picture your hand reaching out to the door handle. Feel the cool metal under your fingers. And now, very slowly, open the door. When the door opens, you step into a warm room. It feels safe. It feels calm. The room is filled with soft light. And in that light, your English journey begins. Not with difficult grammar. Not with confusing rules. But with simple, natural English. English you can actually use. English you can actually feel. English your brain understands without stress. In this room, you and I will talk like friends. We will learn through stories, through imagination, through feelings, through simple practice. We will learn English the natural way, the way children learn, the way the brain loves. I want you to repeat something softly in your mind, like a small whisper. I can speak English. I can understand English. I will grow step by step. You do not need to say it loudly. Just feel the words inside your chest. This is not just a lesson. This is a journey. And you're ready. Now, as we begin, I want you to understand something very important. English fluency does not grow in a straight line. Some days you feel strong. Some days you feel unsure. But that is normal. Every skill in life grows like a wave. Up and down. Up and down. But the wave always moves forward. And today, this masterclass will push your wave higher. Today, you will move one big step forward. You might think, but my English is not good. I make mistakes. I feel shy. I cannot speak like native speakers. Let me tell you something very simple. It's okay. You do not need perfect English. You only need growing English. People do not connect with perfect English. They connect with honest English. With simple, clear English. With your English. So from now on, I want you to leave perfection outside the door. You do not need it here. Perfection is heavy. It slows you down. But simple English? Simple English is light. It moves fast. And it grows fast. In this masterclass, we will use simple English to create strong fluency. And trust me, simple English, repeated in a natural, relaxed way, creates powerful fluency. That is how your brain learns language. Not through pressure. Not through fear. But through comfort. Now, slowly, let us walk deeper into this room, into this masterclass. Your journey starts with a question I want you to feel, not just understand. Why do you want to speak English? Not the answer you tell your teacher. Not the answer you write in a homework book. But the real answer inside your heart. Maybe you want a better job. Maybe you want to travel. Maybe you want to talk to people from around the world. Maybe you want to feel proud of yourself. Maybe you want to feel free. Every reason is perfect. But whatever your reason is, I want you to think about it now. Hold it in your mind like a small flame. This flame will guide you through the whole masterclass. This flame will give you motivation, even when things feel difficult. And now, slowly, gently, let's begin the first lesson of your new fluency. In this journey, I will speak to you as if I am right next to you. I want you to imagine my voice, calm, clear, and friendly. I want you to imagine that every sentence I say enters your mind slowly, like warm light entering a quiet room. And as you listen, your brain will start to build connections, natural connections. This is how fluency grows. Fluency is not memorized. Fluency is not forced. Fluency is grown. And we will grow it together. Welcome to your English journey. Welcome to your new voice. Welcome to this masterclass. Welcome to JVC English Learning Academy. Now, let us move forward. Why your English feels difficult and how to fix it. Now that you are calm and ready, I want to talk about something very important. Something that stops many learners. Something that blocks fluency. Something that makes English feel heavy, confusing, and stressful. I want to talk about why English feels difficult and how we will remove that difficulty completely. You see, many students feel that English is hard because they learned it in a way the brain does not like. They learned English like math, not like a language. They learned with tables, long grammar rules, and complicated vocabulary lists. And this creates a heavy feeling in the mind. A tired feeling. A feeling that says, English is too much. But in truth, English is not the problem. The method is the problem. Let me give you a simple example. Imagine someone tries to learn swimming by reading a book. They study the rules. They memorize the movements. They look at diagrams. But when they go into the water, they sink. Because swimming cannot be learned from books. It must be learned in the water. English is the same. You cannot learn English only from books. You must learn English in the water of English, in listening, speaking, feeling the rhythm, feeling the sentences, feeling the flow. And this masterclass puts you inside that water. Every moment you spend listening to this simple English, your brain is swimming. And your English grows. Now I want you to think about the first time you tried to ride a bicycle. You did not know the rules. You did not know the physics. You did not know the science. You simply tried. You fell. You tried again. You fell again. And one day, something clicked. Suddenly, your body understood the balance. Suddenly you could ride. And after that moment, you never forgot it. That moment, the click moment, is exactly what happens with fluency. And for many learners, that moment comes from listening to simple, natural English again and again. So if you ever felt like your English is slow or broken or unclear, it's not because you are bad at English. It's because your brain has not had enough simple, natural input. But today, everything changes. Because for the next hour, you will hear English in the most natural way. Calm, clear, simple, repeated, friendly. And your brain will begin to relax. When your brain relaxes, learning becomes easy. Sentences become clear. Words become comfortable. Fluency begins to grow, not from pressure, but from flow. I want you to repeat this softly in your mind. English can be easy for me. Say it again. English can be easy for me. And now one more time. English can be easy for me. Good. You are training your mind to accept fluency. This is the first step. Now let me tell you something else that will help you. Many learners think they need perfect grammar before they speak. But this is not true. Grammar is only a tool. A small tool. The real power is connection. People want to connect with you, not with your grammar. When you speak simple English clearly, people understand you. They trust you. They feel comfortable with you. Think about this. Native English speakers use simple English all the time. They don't speak like grammar books. They speak naturally, with short sentences, soft words, and simple structures. And that is exactly how you will speak. Let me show you. Say this in your mind slowly. I am learning. I am growing. I can speak. I can understand. Do you feel the softness of these sentences? The simplicity? This is the English your brain loves. This is the English that builds fluency fast. And now, I want to teach you a powerful idea. Fluency is built from feelings, not rules. When English feels natural, your brain accepts it. When English feels stressful, your brain rejects it. So we will use feeling-based learning in this masterclass. Soft feelings. Clear feelings. Friendly feelings. Let me give you a small example. Imagine you are talking to a friend. You want to say something simple. You do not need advanced grammar. You do not need long academic words. You say something like, I feel happy today. I want to learn more. I need some help. I understand now. You can tell me. It's okay. Take your time. These sentences are simple. But they are real. They are natural. They are powerful. This is the English you will master today. Now, slowly, I want you to practice in your mind. I speak English every day. I can learn step by step. My English is growing. I will not stop. Say them softly. No pressure. No stress. Because this is your new English journey. A friendly journey. A safe journey. A natural journey. And with that, we are ready to continue. The secret rhythm of English. How to make your words flow. Now that your mind is calm and your confidence is growing, I want to share something that will change the way you speak forever. It is something most learners never hear about. Something teachers forget to teach. Something that makes English sound smooth, natural, and beautiful. I am talking about the rhythm of English. You see, every language has a music. A natural beat. A soft rise and fall. And English has a very special rhythm, a gentle push and pull that makes the language flow like soft waves on the beach. When you understand the rhythm, your English becomes smooth. When you feel the rhythm, your sentences become light. When you follow the rhythm, people understand you more clearly, even if your grammar is not perfect. Let's discover this rhythm together. Imagine someone speaking English very fast with no pauses. They speak like a machine. Everything sounds flat, cold, and difficult to follow. But now imagine someone speaking with small pauses, gentle stress on some words, and soft music in their sentences. Immediately, the English becomes warm, friendly, and easy to understand. This is rhythm. And the beautiful thing is, rhythm is easy to learn if you feel it, not study it. So let's feel it right now. I will give you a simple sentence. Read it slowly in your mind and notice where the beat is. The beat usually falls on important words. Ready? I want to speak English well. Say it slowly in your mind. I want to speak English well. Do you feel the small emphasis? Not too strong. Just a little push. A little lift. This is the music of English. Now try another sentence. I can learn step by step. Feel the rhythm. I can learn step by step. Simple, right? But powerful. Because when you speak with rhythm, your English sounds natural. Your sentences flow. People understand you with comfort. Now I want you to imagine you are talking to someone in English. You are nervous. Your heart is fast. Your words feel stuck. This happens to many learners. But instead of thinking about grammar or vocabulary, I want you to think about rhythm. When you speak with rhythm, your mind relaxes. Your breath slows down. Your sentences become calm and clear. Let's practice one more. It's okay. Take your time. Feel it. It's okay. Take your time. Soft. Warm. Friendly. This is the English that connects people. This is the English you will use. Now, I want to show you a small technique that will help you speak with rhythm every day. I call it the breathe and speak technique. Here's how it works. Before you speak a sentence, breathe in softly. Speak this sentence slowly, with gentle stress on the key words. After you finish, pause for half a second. Breathe out softly. Let's try it with a sentence. I am doing my best. Breathe. Speak. Pause. Relax. Now another sentence. I will learn more today. Breathe. Speak. Pause. Relax. This technique helps your mind stay calm. It helps your English become smooth. And it helps you feel more control over your words. You do not need long words. You do not need fast sentences. You only need rhythm. This is the key. Now I want you to imagine yourself using this rhythm in everyday life. Picture yourself talking to a friend, to a teacher, to a coworker, to a stranger. Imagine your English flowing easily, softly, naturally. Imagine their smile when they understand you clearly. Imagine your own smile when you feel confident and free. That feeling, that small, warm, proud feeling is the heart of fluency. And you're building it right now. Now take a breath and let's go deeper. The power of easy sentences. Speak more with less. Now we move into something even more powerful. Something that will make your English faster to learn, easier to speak, and more natural to hear. It is not grammar. It is not vocabulary. It is not accent training. It is the skill of using easy sentences. This might surprise you. Many learners think they need long, complicated sentences to sound fluent. But the truth is, fluent speakers, real native speakers, mostly use very simple sentences in everyday life. Their English is clear, short, and quick. They speak in small pieces, not long paragraphs. You see, simple sentences are the true building blocks of English. When you master them, you can speak clearly anywhere, at home, at work, with friends, in meetings, in interviews. Let me show you. Here is a simple sentence. I need help. It has only 3 words. But it is powerful. It is clear. Everyone understands it. Now another one. I don't understand. Again, very simple, but very strong. Here is another. Please say it again. Short, useful, friendly. This is the kind of English people really use. The kind that feels natural. The kind that feels alive. Let me show you what learners often think they should say. I would appreciate it if you could kindly repeat that sentence once more. Now let me show you what real native speakers say. Please say it again. One is long and heavy. The other is light and natural. Which one is better? The simple one. Because fluency is not about impressing people. It is about connecting with people. And connection always comes from simplicity. Now I want you to imagine a situation. You're in a shop. You want to ask for something. Many learners feel shy in this moment. They try to think of perfect grammar, perfect vocabulary. But you do not need any of that. You only need simple sentences like, excuse me, can you help me? Do you have this? How much is it? Look how easy they are. But look how useful they are. Now imagine you are meeting someone new. You want to start a conversation. You can use simple sentences like, hi, I'm learning English. Where are you from? How's your day? Friendly. Warm. Natural. This is fluency. Let me tell you a little secret that will help you for the rest of your life. The easier your English becomes, the faster your fluency grows. Why? Because your brain loves patterns. Simple sentences repeat often. So your brain remembers them quickly. And once you remember them, you use them without thinking. And when you speak without thinking, that is fluency. That is why simple sentences are not a weakness. They are your strongest tool. Now let's practice a little. I will give you a series of easy sentences. Say them slowly in your mind. Feel their rhythm. Feel their flow. I am ready. I can do this. I want to learn more. I understand you. Can you help me? It's okay. Take your time. These sentences are your foundation, the strong base of your English house. With these, you can speak anywhere. Now imagine you are in a job interview. You want to sound confident. Many learners try to speak in long, complex sentences, but you can speak simply and still sound strong. For example, I like learning. I work hard. I want to grow. I enjoy helping people. Clear. Simple. Professional. This is the surprise. Simple English can be powerful English. Now I want you to feel something. Imagine simple English like small steps on a path. Each sentence is one step. When you take many small steps, you walk far. When you take simple steps, you move faster. Simple steps are easier. Simple steps are natural. Simple steps are safe. And simple steps take you to fluency. You do not need to jump. You do not need to run. You only need to walk. And today, you are walking very well. Now take a slow breath. Because the next part of our masterclass will take your English to a deeper level, the level of thinking in English. But first, you can tell me when you are ready. How to start thinking in English, the real key to fluency. Now that you understand rhythm and the power of simple sentences, we can move into one of the most important skills in all of language learning, thinking in English. Many students hear this phrase and feel scared. They think it means switching their mind completely to English, like turning off a light switch. But thinking in English is not like that. It's not sudden. It's not difficult. It's not fast. It grows slowly, gently, step by step. And today, I will show you how to begin. First, we need to understand something simple. Your brain cannot think in two languages at the same time. It always chooses one language for the moment. And the language it chooses depends on which one feels easier. For most learners, their native language feels easier, so the brain uses it first. But when English becomes easy, the brain begins to choose English more often. And step by step, your thoughts become lighter, faster, and more natural. So how do we help the brain choose English? Not by forcing, not by pushing, but by feeding it small, simple English thoughts every day. Let me show you how. I want you to practice the small English thought technique. It is very easy. You do it silently in your mind, anytime, anywhere. Here's how it works. When you see something, name it in English. When you feel something, describe it in English. When you want something, say it in English. Very small thoughts. Very easy thoughts. Let me give you examples. You wake up in the morning. You look out the window. You can say in your mind, it's morning. The sky is bright. I feel okay. Simple. Clear. Now imagine you are eating breakfast. You can think, I like this. It tastes good. I need more water. Now imagine you are going to work or school. You can think, I am walking. The air is nice. I feel calm. These thoughts are so easy that your brain does not resist them. This is important. When English feels easy, the brain accepts it. And when the brain accepts English again and again, it begins to think in English automatically. This is how thinking in English begins with small thoughts. Now let me show you something powerful. Many learners try to translate every sentence from their native language into English. But translation is slow. It creates stress. It makes your English sound unnatural. So we want to stop translation and start direct English thinking. Let's try something simple. Imagine an apple. Don't think of the word in your language. Don't translate it. Just imagine it. And then say softly in your mind, apple. That is direct English thinking. Now imagine a cup. Say in your mind, cup. Now imagine a feeling. You feel a little tired. Say in your mind, I'm tired. Simple, soft, natural. This is the way your brain begins to think in English. Now I want you to practice something new, the one-line English mind technique. Every hour, say one simple English sentence in your mind. Only one. That's it. For example, I'm here. I'm learning. I can do this. You repeat it softly. You don't force it. You don't push yourself. This small daily repetition rewires your brain. It makes English feel safe. It makes English feel familiar. It makes English feel normal. And when something feels normal, your brain begins to use it automatically. This is how children learn their first language. This is how you will learn English. Now I want you to imagine a moment in the future. You are talking to someone in English. And suddenly, you notice something surprising. You notice that the sentence you just said came out naturally. You didn't plan it. You didn't translate it. It just came. That moment is a gift. That moment is fluency growing inside you. That moment is the click that language learners dream about. You will experience that moment. Maybe soon. Maybe later. But it will come. And it will come because you are learning English the natural way, through simple sentences, soft rhythm, and small daily thoughts. Now take a slow breath. Because the next part will teach you how to speak English with confidence, even when you feel shy. Let's walk forward gently. How to speak English with confidence, for shy and nervous learners. Now that you are beginning to think in English, we need to talk about something many learners face: fear. Fear of speaking. Fear of mistakes. Fear of misunderstanding. Fear of people judging you. This fear is natural. Almost every English learner in the world feels it. But today, I will help you remove that fear. Slowly. Softly. Gently. First, let's understand something simple. Fear comes from pressure. Pressure comes from expectations. Expectations come from perfection. So your fear exists because you expect too much from yourself. You want perfect English, perfect grammar, perfect pronunciation. But perfect English does not create confidence. Simple English creates confidence. Let me show you. Imagine you want to say this long, difficult sentence. I am deeply interested in enhancing my English communication skills to achieve greater fluency. Very heavy. Very formal. Very stressful. Now say this instead. I want to speak better English. Simple. Clear. Strong. Which one is easier to say? The second one. Which one feels lighter? The second one. Which one builds confidence? The second one. This is why simple English is the foundation of confidence. Now I want you to practice a powerful technique. It is called the slow confidence voice. This technique helps your words feel safe in your mouth, helps your mind relax, and helps your sentences come out naturally. Here's how it works. When you speak English, speak 20% slower than your natural speed. Not too slow. Just a little slow. Why? Because when you speak slowly, your breath becomes calm. Your mind becomes clear. Your tongue moves easily. Your fear becomes smaller. Slow speech creates strong confidence. Let's practice. Say softly in your mind, I can speak slowly. Now imagine yourself speaking to a person. You speak calmly. Can you help me, please? No rush. No pressure. Just slow, comfortable English. Now another one. I understand you. Feel how soft and natural it becomes when you slow down. This is fluency from calmness. Now I want to show you something very important. Many learners think confidence comes after fluency. But actually, confidence comes before fluency. If you wait for perfect English before you speak, you will wait forever. But if you use simple English now, slowly, softly, you build confidence. And confidence grows fluency. Confidence practice fluency. This is the real order. Now imagine a moment in the future. You are in a meeting, a classroom, or a conversation. Someone asks you a question. You feel a small fear in your chest, but then you remember this masterclass. You breathe. You slow down. You use simple English. You say, "Let me think. Okay, I will try. I think it is this." These sentences are simple, but they show confidence. Confidence is not the absence of fear. Confidence is speaking even with a little fear. And you can do that. Now I want to give you one more powerful confidence tool, the "it's okay" mindset. Whenever you make a mistake, I want you to think this. It's okay. Mistakes make me stronger. Whenever someone doesn't understand you, think, "It's okay. I will try again." Whenever you feel shy, think, "It's okay. I am learning." Soft words. Simple words. Healing words. These thoughts change your emotions. When your emotions change, your English becomes free. Now imagine that version of you, confident, calm, simple, natural. That version of you exists. It is growing right now. Take a slow breath. Relax your shoulders. Feel your progress. Because the next part of our masterclass will take you into real-life English, English for conversations, work, travel, and daily life. And you are ready for it. The power of speaking slowly and clearly. When you and I begin this part of our journey together, I want you to imagine something simple but powerful. Imagine you are standing in a quiet room. There is no noise, no rush, no pressure, just you and your voice. Many English learners think they must speak fast to sound fluent, but the truth is very different. Fast speaking is not fluency. Fast speaking is only speed. Real fluency is when your words come out smoothly, calmly, and clearly, just like water flowing in a small river. In this moment, I want you to feel that calm river inside your mind as we explore something very important, the magic of speaking slowly. When you speak slowly, 3 things happen. First, your brain has more time to choose the right words. Second, your mouth has more time to pronounce the words correctly. And third, the person listening to you understands you better. This is why I always tell my students that slow is smooth, and smooth becomes fluent. You do not need to rush. You do not need to push yourself too hard. You simply need to breathe, relax, and speak like a storyteller, one word at a time. And maybe right now you are thinking, but will people think I am not good in English if I speak slowly? And the answer is no. In fact, when you slow down, people will notice your confidence, not your speed. They will hear your clarity, not your mistakes. Fluency is not a race. It is a rhythm. It is a gentle dance between your thoughts and your words. So let's try something together. I will say a small line, and you imagine yourself repeating it slowly in your mind. I speak clearly. I speak calmly. My English flows. When you say these words slowly, you train your brain to relax. Your voice becomes stronger. Your English becomes more natural. Many learners around the world feel afraid to speak because they think they will make mistakes. But when you slow down, you reduce mistakes automatically. You also become more aware of your voice, your breathing, and your pronunciation. This simple change brings a big transformation. So from today, begin your English speaking practice with slow and gentle sentences. Listen to yourself. Feel the sound of your voice. You are not just learning English. You are learning to trust your voice. And your voice deserves time. Your voice deserves space. Fluency is not about the number of words you say. It is about the confidence behind each word. So the next time someone asks you something in English, take a breath, smile, and speak slowly. You will feel the difference. And the listener will feel it too. Now, let us go even deeper into building your fluency step by step. in a way that will make English feel natural, comfortable, and part of your everyday life. Building confidence through small daily English moments. When we enter this new part of our journey, I want you to imagine one simple picture. Think of a small seed in the ground. It does not grow in one day. It grows little by little, every morning, every night, every drop of rain, every touch of sunlight. Your English confidence is exactly like that small seed. It grows through small moments, small steps, small practices that you repeat every day. Many learners think they must study for hours to improve, but the truth is different. Even 5 minutes of real, calm, focused English can change your fluency more than 1 hour of tired, stressed learning. Every small moment counts. Every small practice becomes part of you. So let me take you into a simple, everyday scene. Imagine you wake up in the morning. The room is quiet. The world is not moving too fast yet. Before you touch your phone, before you open the window, you say one gentle English line to yourself. Today, I speak English with confidence. This one small line in the morning has power. It sets the mood. It anchors your mind. It tells your brain that English is not something to fear, it is something to enjoy. You do not need big lessons every morning. You just need one soft sentence. Then imagine you are brushing your teeth. You look into the mirror and say slowly, I can speak clearly. I am learning every day. These are not only words. These are moments of training. You are teaching your mind to feel safe with English. And when your mind feels safe, your voice becomes stronger. Later, imagine you are walking on the street or sitting in a bus or waiting in a line, and you look at something around you, a tree, a car, a sign, a person, and you simply name it in English. Tree, car, road, sky, door. These small words keep English alive inside your mind. They keep your brain awake in the language. English becomes a friend who walks beside you, not a heavy book on your table. And maybe in the evening, when the day becomes quiet again, you listen to a short English video or a simple English story. You listen slowly, clearly, like you are listening to a calm river. This one moment of listening resets your ears. It helps you understand natural English sound. You do not need to understand every word. You only need to stay relaxed. Learning happens naturally when the fear is gone. Many learners think they must be perfect. But perfection is not the goal. Progress is the goal. And progress happens in small, daily moments. Even 1 minute of English today makes you better than yesterday. Every time you say one English sentence to yourself, your brain is building a new pathway. Every time you listen to a short English clip, your ears become more used to English rhythm. Every time you name simple objects around you, you are practicing without stress. Slowly, these small moments create a big change. You begin to feel more comfortable. You begin to speak without fear. You start thinking in English without pushing yourself. Confidence grows quietly, like a seed becoming a tree. And one day, without even noticing, you realize you are speaking more naturally. You are listening more clearly. You are understanding more deeply. You are becoming fluent. This is how confidence grows, not with pressure, but with gentle, daily practice. Not with fear, but with small, kind moments. And you, right now, are planting these seeds. Every word you hear in this masterclass is helping you grow. And every small English moment you create in your daily life will take you one step closer to the fluent, confident speaker you want to become. Now, let us continue our journey and explore how to think in English naturally, even if you are a beginner. How to start thinking in English naturally. As we move into this part of our journey, I want you to imagine something simple but important. Imagine your mind as a quiet room. In this room, there are 2 doors. One door is your native language, the language you use every day. The other door is English. Many learners keep opening the first door. They think in their own language first, then translate into English. But translation is slow. Translation is heavy. Translation takes away your confidence. To speak English naturally, you must open the English door inside your mind. And the beautiful thing is, you do not need to be advanced to think in English. You can start even with small, simple thoughts. Let me guide you slowly into this process. Imagine you wake up in the morning and instead of thinking, I am tired, in your own language, you gently think it in English, I am tired. Or, I feel fresh today. Or, I want tea. Very short sentences. Very simple thoughts. You are not translating. You are thinking directly in English. This is how the English door opens. Then imagine you are getting ready for the day. You look at your shirt and think, blue shirt. You look at your bag and think, my bag. You look at the weather and think, it is sunny or it is raining. You are not speaking loudly. You are thinking quietly. These small English thoughts become tiny sparks. And these sparks slowly build into fluent thinking. Later in the day, imagine you are walking outside. You look around and choose one object. A tree, a bus, a shop. And you create a tiny English phrase in your mind. Big tree, busy bus, small shop. You are training your brain to use English without stress. You are teaching your mind that English is not a stranger, it is welcome. Thinking in English is not about speaking full sentences all the time. It is about letting English live inside your thoughts, even in small pieces. Many learners make the mistake of trying to create long English sentences in their head, but long sentences make the mind freeze. Short thoughts make the mind open. Short thoughts create fluency. But maybe you are thinking now, what if I cannot find the right English word? And the answer is simple. Choose an easier word. You do not need the perfect word. You need the simple word. If you cannot think, I feel overwhelmed, you can think, I feel stressed. If you cannot think, this place is peaceful, you can think, this place is quiet. Simple English is the strongest English. And here is something very important. When you think in English, don't judge your thoughts. Don't correct every mistake. Your mind needs freedom to learn. Fluency grows when you allow mistakes. Fluency grows when you relax. Fluency grows when you trust your thoughts. Now let me guide you through a small exercise you can use every day. Close your eyes for a moment and imagine your room. Slowly name 5 things in English. Bed, window, chair, light, door. Then add a tiny thought for each. Soft bed, bright window, brown chair, warm light, closed door. This simple exercise takes only 30 seconds, but it trains your mind to think in English naturally. When you do this every day, your brain begins to choose English automatically. You no longer translate. You begin to feel the language. And here comes the beautiful part. When you think in English, speaking becomes easier. Listening becomes easier. Understanding becomes smoother. You begin to live inside the English language, not outside it. Thinking in English is like building a small bridge inside your mind. Every simple thought adds one piece. And soon, the bridge becomes strong enough to carry your words, your voice, and your confidence. Now let us move forward and explore how to build strong pronunciation and natural speaking rhythm, even if you feel shy or unsure. Developing clear pronunciation and natural speaking rhythm. As we move into this part of our journey, I want you to imagine something simple. Imagine you are listening to a soft piece of music. The music is not loud. It is not fast. It has a gentle rhythm. It flows. It breathes. It feels natural. Good English pronunciation is very similar to gentle music. It is not only about saying the words correctly. It is about feeling the rhythm of the language. It is about letting the words move smoothly, like notes in a quiet song. Many learners worry about pronunciation. They think they must sound perfect. They compare their voice to native speakers. They become afraid to speak. But pronunciation is not about perfection. Pronunciation is about clarity. It is about helping the listener understand your words. You do not need an American accent or a British accent to sound good. You only need to be clear and calm. So let me guide you into this idea gently. Imagine each English word as a small wave. Some words have short waves. Some have long waves. When you say the word go, it is a short wave. When you say the word beautiful, it is a longer wave, with soft rises and falls, full. English is full of these small waves. When you feel the waves, your pronunciation becomes easier. You begin to speak naturally, without forcing your mouth. Let's take a simple moment together. Imagine you are saying the word hello. Many learners say it too fast, hello. But try saying it slowly, hello. Two gentle sounds. When you slow your voice, your mouth has time to move correctly. Your tongue has time to relax. Your breath becomes smoother. And your pronunciation becomes clear. Now imagine you are saying a simple sentence, I am learning English. Many people say it too quickly, but if you break it down into small waves, I am learn ing. English, it becomes much easier. Your brain understands it better. Your mouth shapes the sounds with more confidence. Pronunciation is not a race. It is a slow dance between your breath and your voice. One powerful way to improve pronunciation is something called shadowing. This means you listen to a short line in English and then repeat it immediately with the same rhythm. You do not have to repeat every word perfectly. You only try to follow the flow. You can shadow simple conversations, simple YouTube videos, or even this masterclass. When you shadow, you train your ears and your mouth at the same time. It is one of the most effective ways to sound natural. Another helpful practice is listening to your own voice. I know this sounds strange. Many learners feel shy when they hear themselves. But your voice is your tool. When you record yourself speaking simple sentences like, my name is, today I feel, or I like learning English, you can listen back and notice your rhythm. You can see where you speak too fast or too flat. And slowly, with small changes, your voice becomes smoother. But here is something important. You must be kind to yourself. Your pronunciation will not change in one day. It changes slowly, like the sunrise. You don't see the sun moving, but suddenly the whole sky is bright. Your progress is the same. You may not notice each small improvement, but after weeks and months of gentle practice, people around you will hear the difference. Your English will sound calmer. Your words will sound clearer. Your sentences will have rhythm. One beautiful thing about pronunciation is that you do not need to study it in a stressful way. You can practice it while walking, while cooking, while showering, while looking in a mirror. You can gently repeat simple words. Thank you, sorry, excuse me, good morning. These small words are your pronunciation gym. They build the muscles of your mouth. They train the sound of your voice. And little by little, your natural English voice appears. By understanding rhythm, slowing your speech, listening carefully, and practicing without fear, you will begin to sound more fluent, more confident, and more relaxed. Your voice will become your strongest tool, and you will begin to enjoy speaking English more than ever. Now, let us continue our journey and talk about how to understand English conversations easily, even when people speak fast. Understanding fast English conversations without stress. As we move into this part of our journey, I want you to imagine something very simple. Imagine you are standing on the side of a road and cars are passing by. Some are slow, some are fast, some are loud, some are quiet. At first, everything feels confusing. But after a while, your eyes adjust. You begin to notice patterns. You begin to understand the movement. English conversation works in the same way. At first it feels too fast, too noisy, too unclear. But with time and small practice, your ears learn to follow the sound. Many learners feel afraid when they hear native speakers talk quickly. They think, I will never understand. But the truth is, you do not need to understand every word. You only need to understand the main idea, the key point, the feeling behind the words. English is not meant to be understood word by word. It is meant to be understood as a whole picture. Like looking at a tree, you do not count every leaf, you just see the tree. So come with me as we step into this idea gently. Imagine someone says, "Hey, how's it going? Haven't seen you in a while. What have you been up to?" If you try to understand every small sound, you will feel lost. But if you focus on the main idea, you understand. The person is greeting you and asking how you are. This is the secret. Fast English becomes easy when you stop chasing each word and start listening to the overall meaning. Here is something very important. Native speakers connect their words. They do not speak like we learn in school. They do not say, "What are you doing?" They say, "What are you doing?" They do not say, "I am going to eat." They say, "I'm gonna eat." These connected sounds make English feel fast. But once you get used to them, they become clear. Let's explore a simple example together. When someone says gonna, it means going to. When someone says wanna, it means want to. When someone says lemme, it means let me. When someone says did ya, it means did you. These small sounds are part of natural English. When you learn them slowly, you start understanding conversations without fear. Now imagine you are listening to two people talking on the street. You hear, "Hey, you coming tonight?" Even if you don't catch every word, you feel the meaning. They're asking about plans. You understand enough. This is success. Understanding is not perfection. Understanding is connection. Let me share a gentle exercise with you. Choose a short English video, maybe a simple conversation, a short interview, or even a scene from a show. Listen for 10 seconds. Don't pause. Don't repeat. Just listen like you are listening to the sound of rain. You do not need to catch every drop. Just feel the rhythm. Then listen again. This time, try to catch only one or two key words. That is enough. Slowly, your ears will learn the patterns, and fast English will no longer feel scary. Another powerful exercise is listening to the same clip every day for 1 week. On the first day, you may understand only a little. But on the third day, you understand more. On the fifth day, your ears start predicting the sounds. By the seventh day, you feel confident. Repetition is magic. Your brain loves familiar sounds. The more it hears them, the easier they become. And here is something beautiful. When you stop stressing about understanding every word, you start enjoying English more. You relax. You smile. You allow the language to flow around you. And suddenly, what once felt fast becomes clear. What once felt difficult becomes possible. What once felt scary becomes exciting. Understanding fast English is not about speed. It is about patience. It is about calm listening. It is about trusting your ears. And you are already growing. Every minute you listen to this masterclass, your ears are learning new rhythm. You are becoming stronger, more confident, and more fluent. Now, let us move forward and explore how to build strong listening habits that will help you understand English more deeply every single day. Creating strong listening habits that train your brain. As we step into this new part of our journey, I want you to imagine something simple and peaceful. Imagine you are sitting near a quiet river. The water is moving gently. You hear the soft sound. You don't need to think. You don't need to understand anything. You simply listen and your mind becomes calm. This is the same feeling I want you to have when you listen to English every day. Listening should not be stressful. Listening should be natural, soft, and slow, like sitting beside that peaceful river. Many learners try to listen to English for 1 hour once a week. But that does not help your ears grow. Your ears grow through small moments every day. Just 5 minutes of listening today is better than 1 big hour next week. Your brain learns language through repetition, familiarity, and gentle practice. When you hear English every day, your brain becomes comfortable with the sounds. English becomes less strange, less scary, more friendly. Let me guide you into a simple habit that can change your listening power completely. Every morning, choose one small English audio or video. It can be a short story, a simple conversation, or a slow lesson. Listen to it for just 2 or 3 minutes. Do not try to understand every word. Just listen to the rhythm. Just feel the sound. Let the language enter your ears like soft music. Then, sometime in the afternoon, listen to something again. It can be the same clip or a different one. This time, maybe you catch 1 or 2 words. Maybe you understand a sentence. It doesn't matter. The goal is to keep your ears awake. When your ears hear English many times a day, your brain begins to adapt. Your listening becomes natural. And then, at night, before you go to sleep, listen one more time. It can be a bedtime English story, a calm voice, or even this masterclass. Night listening is powerful. Your brain processes language while you sleep. It improves without you doing anything. So 3 short listening moments every day, morning, afternoon, night, can transform your fluency. Another helpful habit is listening to the same audio again and again. I know this might sound boring, but it is magic for your ears. On the first day, everything feels new. On the second day, something becomes familiar. On the third day, you start understanding more. By the 5th or 6th day, the same clip feels easy. This is not because the audio changed, it is because you changed. Your ears grew stronger. Your mind relaxed. Your listening improved. Listening habits do not require hard training. You do not need long study hours. You only need consistency. When listening becomes part of your daily life, like drinking water, brushing your teeth, or checking your phone, your fluency grows naturally. It grows without pressure. And here is something beautiful. Listening helps speaking. The more you listen, the better you speak. Listening gives you rhythm. It gives you pronunciation. It gives you natural expressions. It teaches your brain how English should sound. And slowly, your mouth begins to copy the sounds, just like a child learning their first language. To help you build strong habits, try this small challenge. For the next 7 days, choose one English audio. It can be 5 minutes long. Listen to the same audio every day. No pressure. No tests. Just calm listening. After 7 days, you will be surprised. You will understand more. Your ears will feel stronger. Words will sound clearer. Your confidence will grow. And remember, listening is not a race. Listening is a quiet journey. You do not need to hurry. You do not need to judge yourself. You just need to keep moving, step by step, moment by moment. And as you build these small, strong listening habits, you will begin to feel English becoming a natural part of your life. Now, let us move forward and explore how to build your vocabulary in a simple, gentle, and powerful way without memorizing long lists or feeling overwhelmed. Growing your vocabulary the natural and easy way. As we begin this part of our journey, I want you to imagine something beautiful. Imagine you are walking through a quiet garden. At first, you see only a few flowers. Maybe one red flower, one yellow flower, and one small green leaf. But as you keep walking, you begin to notice more. You see new flowers, new colors, new shapes. Vocabulary is exactly like this garden. You do not learn all the words in one day. You learn them slowly, naturally, one small flower at a time. Many learners believe they must memorize long lists of vocabulary to become fluent. But long lists only create pressure. They make you tired. They make you forget quickly. Real vocabulary growth happens in a simple, gentle way, through words that appear in your daily life, words you use, words you hear again and again. These are the words that stay with you. These are the words that help you speak with confidence. Let me guide you into this idea softly. Imagine you hear a new English word today. Instead of trying to memorize it immediately, just notice it. Say it slowly. Feel the sound. If the word is morning, say it softly, morning. If the word is beautiful, break it into small sounds, beautiful. When you enjoy the sound of a word, it stays inside your memory longer. Vocabulary learning begins with attention, not memorization. Now imagine you hear that same word again tomorrow. This is a natural moment. You do not force yourself to learn. You simply recognize it. You say, "Oh, I heard that before." This recognition is important. It tells your brain that this word is useful. This is how vocabulary grows, not by pushing, but by meeting the same word again in different places. This is why listening to simple English stories, watching short videos, and reading small English sentences every day is powerful. You hear words again and again in real sentences. This repetition is natural. It feels easy. It builds your vocabulary without stress. Children learn thousands of words this way, softly, slowly, through real-life moments. You can learn the same way. Another helpful habit is using words in small sentences immediately. You do not need long or perfect sentences. Simple sentences are strong sentences. If you learn the word coffee, use it like this. I like coffee. Coffee is hot. I want coffee. With just 3 small sentences, the word becomes part of your voice. The more you use a word, the faster it becomes yours. Let me share a gentle trick with you. Every day, choose 3 simple English words. Only 3. Not 10. Not 20. Just 3. These are your words of the day. Use them when you think. Use them when you speak. Use them when you look around your room. If your words are cold, bag, and walk, you can think, the room is cold. This is my bag. I walk slowly. That is enough. Small words used many times create strong vocabulary. Another beautiful way to learn vocabulary is through feelings. When a word connects to an emotion, it becomes easy to remember. If you learn the word happy, think of a moment that made you smile. If you learn the word slow, remember a day when you walked calmly. Your memory grows deeper when a word carries meaning. But here is something very important. You must not rush. Vocabulary is not a race. You do not need thousands of words to speak fluently. You only need the right words, the simple, everyday words that help you communicate clearly. Most native speakers use about 2,000 basic words in daily conversation. You do not need rare or difficult words to sound natural. You need simple words spoken with confidence. Now imagine yourself 1 month from now. You spend just a few minutes every day listening, reading, or speaking. Slowly, your vocabulary begins to grow. You start understanding more. Words that were once difficult begin to feel familiar. You start feeling proud of yourself. This is real progress. Quiet progress. Strong progress. Every new word you learn is like a small seed. And with enough time, enough practice, and enough gentle repetition, those seeds become a beautiful garden inside your mind. A garden filled with English words you know, words you understand, words you can use anytime you want. Now, let us continue our journey and explore how to practice speaking English every day, even if you have no partner, no teacher, and no one to talk to.